Turn the volume up. How's it? Oh, yes, thank you so much. Finally got a light. Time to get going, Shit is crazy. So I think they really had a good game today. It was a really good game. They didn't really shoot good for the most part, but they hung in there with the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks is blowing everybody out, and they only lost by 10. So it really wasn't that bad, man. It wasn't that bad at all. Plumlee, I'm losing my mind, going insane, thinking about Mason Plumlee. Whoa, the guy is just atrocious, man. I don't know. I mean, he be having bench type of player again. I don't know, man. He shouldn't be a starter. Should not be a starter on this team. Probably in the league. I really wouldn't have him as my starting center. I wouldn't do it. Would not do it at all. Fucking Killian Hayes is injured, so I was wondering if we were going to see Saban Lee, but I forgot about the line right. So he was out there. He didn't really do much, if any. She said it was so crazy they did. Yeah, I mean, I feel as though you can't ask for more at all besides a win. I mean, other than that, it was a solid game. I mean, they played. They did it without Blake Griffin, which again shows that this team can do it without Blake Griffin. They don't need Blake Griffin. I don't hate Blake Griffin. I respect Blake Griffin, but nah. That used to be one of my favorite players too when he first came in the league. But yeah, I know, right? Killian Hayes, I've been rooting for him since he got drafted. And I'm like, man, we just need a solid point guard. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but most likely it's some dealing with a muscle or a tendon in his. Is that a hip injury? That might not be that bad. It might be like a week or two situation or day to day, but it may not be that bad. I just seen this stat that they just posted on TV saying that the Pistons have all the games that they lost this season or all the games that they won have only been decided by 10 or fewer points. That right there is a plus. That's showing you that they going into every game and they fighting and they scrapping to win. Jeremy Grant, yeah, man. Another 20-plus point game for him. I think that's what 6 straight games now where he scored over 20 points. Yeah, Jeremy Grant is getting what he got, what he deserved. That contract that they paid him. From what they didn't overpay him at all. Nowhere near. Yeah, they got a lot to fight. They got to keep fighting though. They're very young. It's a very, very young team, man. Very young team. They're on 2-game losing streak now. They play the Bucks again Wednesday. I would like to see them use more of Sekou on Giannis come Wednesday. But one thing I would say, I think they started double teaming him too late in the game. They should have did that starting the game off. He wouldn't have got that high, and they would have had a better chance. I mean, he scored 43, and they only lost by 10. So that says a lot about it. Like, if they had to start forcing the ball out of his hands early in the game, then it wouldn't even be this way. They actually probably would have won. They would have right. They played against the Celtics. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like a break. I mean, I think after Wednesday, they may have like a 2-day or 3-day break, something like that. So they can definitely, get a win. The only thing is they do have a tough schedule. I mean, they play Milwaukee. I'm not really sure who they played after Milwaukee, but I know they had like a 10-game stretch of just top teams. So it's not going to be easy at all. But the way that they're playing, they can definitely pull out some wins. They're going to have more wins than losses, I believe, before it's all said and done. Or they might finish at 500. I can see that. Probably maybe like 39 and 32 or something like that. Or somewhere around there. It can be real close. Yeah, they gotta keep this energy, man. They the more that they play the younger guys, the more energy that they have. So they just gotta keep bringing that energy. They set a season high with 17 3-pointers in this game, so I mean they're definitely shooting the ball better now because at first they wasn't even shooting the ball that well. But they gotta do better. They gotta do better than that. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they lost the game. It was a heck of a fight. They don't give up. They keep going. So I'm impressed with it all. Shoot. I'm about to end it soon though. How long is it? 9 minutes? Let's see. This was that person. A lot of people saying it was a big loss. I mean, they was gonna lose big. Y'all ain't got no faith. Y'all ain't got no faith. Where y'all faith at? Y'all really thought they was gonna get blown out like that? No, they're too scrappy for that. As a matter of fact, if they can get some of the calls that they should get, I mean, they technically only probably would have lost by 5. It was a couple of calls that they didn't call, that they could have called. Shooting fouls at that. But the Pistons have been in that situation a lot this season. There's been certain calls just like, could have gave a foul. Maybe. But I wasn't expecting them to get blown out at all. Like, nowhere near. These fans really are not. They're not fans, man. They bandwagons. They sit there and, drink the Kool-Aid for a few seconds, and when stuff ain't going the way that they think it should, then they hop off and be like, oh, they suck. This person sucks. Like, I wasn't against them signing Mason Plumlee, but I mean, at the same time, I didn't think he would be a starter at that point either, because I was hoping that they would re-sign Christian Wood. We didn't get to do that, so it is what it is. I just don't think this man effort is ever really there like it should be. Like, he can have the ball down low and be one-on-one, and it's like, okay, do something with the ball, and he's just passing the ball. Or, I mean, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, you got Mason Plumlee. He in there. He the one doing his thing, so. Or at least trying to do his thing, I should say. I just ain't with it. I would rather see Isaiah Stewart. I love the energy that he plays with, the toughness that he plays with. Plumlee is trash. Plumlee reminds me of somebody's like dad that used to play or something, or used to coach, and he out there trying to play his 15-year-old son. And he like, yeah, I still got it. And son just be jumping all over his head. And he just like, oh, I got you next time. You ain't gonna win. Like, pretty trash. He does nothing. Can't get off his tippy toes. Nah, Stewart going in there like he a beast. Which I've noticed people start giving him the name Beef Stew. Chunky Stew. Campbell's Chunky Beef Stew. It's insane. That's funny. It's just insane to me. So let's talk a little bit before I get off here about last night's loss to Boston. That a lot of people was blaming Blake Griffin. Now I will say at the end, he shouldn't have, like Blake Griffin shouldn't have been checking Tatum, because Blake Griffin is slow. And then they came out later in the tweet. I meant to post this tweet earlier, but they even said they wanted that matchup because they knew Blake Griffin is slow and he was going to be able to beat him off the dribble. And that's exactly what he did, and made him fall to his damn knee. Like, come on, bro. Like, why you put Blake Griffin on him? You could have put Jeremy Grant on Tatum. At least it would have been more of a challenge and of a shot. Blake Griffin actually shouldn't even been out there. Like, that was your defensive lineup, but what defense does Blake Griffin provide? Because I don't see that. I don't see him playing defense. And he was tired already by the end of the game, because the last 3-pointer he shot was flat. Not the one that he tried to shoot at the end of the game, but the one before that he shot from the side, from the corner. And he barely jumped. His toes still touching the floor, and the shot was just flat. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like Sekou needs to get Blake's minutes. Blake's needs to go down to like 10 minutes. And you'll see a different team, man. You'll see a team with energy. You'll see a team that, I mean, what you see now is what you will see, but they'll have a more fighting chance to win games. Because other than that, Blake Griffin slows it down too much. I don't like that. Like, they get him the ball, he bring the ball up court. As soon as he do that, he gonna start backing them down, and then he gonna hand the ball off and get in the corner, and then he gonna do whatever, and he gonna shoot the ball. Blake Griffin don't even go down low that much no more. When he do, he don't even. It's not even aggressively. It's like he the old man, man. He the old man with the knee brace on both of his knees, talking about, I'm about to school you, young man. I'm about to school you. And then you get out there and he's just, slow. Like, it's like it was a play. I think they gave him a lead out pass on a fast break, and he couldn't even get off his toes to barely like he missed a layup. Either he missed it or he made it, but anyway, he was slow. Like the explosiveness, the jumpness, he can't even really do that. But it's great, that they are letting the rookies get this playing time because it's important. Because next year they all gonna have all this experience, and now you putting a young group of players that got experience and they can come out and they're gonna be playing together. I mean, they going through rookie season together. They didn't get an off season, they didn't get summer league or anything like that. So all of their development and learning is coming from a week and a half of training camp and not a season. So just got to be patient with them. But understanding what y'all are getting is great. Like, we talking about a very young team. I mean, you got Killian Hayes is 19. You got Sekou who's 20. You got Sadiq Bey, who I think is 19 or 20. You got Saban Lee, who I think is probably the oldest at 23. Isaac Stewart, I think, who is 20. Sev, I think he like 23, I think. Jeremy Grant might be 24 or 25. So it's a very young team. And then Josh Jackson, who, he dealing with an ankle injury, is 23 or 24, one of them. So it's a very, very young team. So all you got, the thing is this: the more that they play together, the more that they grow together. They haven't even hit their prime yet. And once they get to about 26, 27, and if you can keep all these guys together, once they get that, they at the top of their game. Now you got a team, and I mean, I named 5, 6 players. You only put 5 on the court at a time, so you looking at potential 5 to 6 starters on your court at one time. And I mean starters who can be stars. I mean, yeah, Sekou is considered like a project when he first came out, but I mean, he's only 20 in his second season. So I mean, that third year he can come out and be an all-star. It's a lot that can go into it. So I mean, I just need y'all fans to just chill, man, relax. Take a chill pill, man, enjoy it. Like, this is the first time that I've watched Pistons games to the point where I'm watching almost every single game. Well, I have watched every single game, but I haven't done this in years. And it's exciting. It's fun to watch. It's entertaining. I don't go into it thinking that they're going to lose every game. They got a chance to me every night. They got a chance. Will they win? Probably not. On most nights, it's not an 80% chance that they're going to lose anymore in my head. It's more so like a 60, 55%. But the team that they have now is way better than what they had last year, believe it or not. I mean, for them to have, at one point in time, Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Derrick Rose, which technically they all didn't see the court at the same time, which is another thing. Because Blake was injured last year, so Blake and Derrick Rose couldn't get on the court at the same time. And then you had Andre Drummond. Then they traded him, and they had Christian Wood, which was a surprise. Nobody knew who Christian Wood was until the second half of the season, mainly. Then he took off, exploded. Now he in Houston, and he's still doing his thing. And a lot of Pistons fans was mad about that. Like, oh, why y'all sign and trade him? The thing was, they wasn't going to re-sign him in the first place. They only signed him because Houston said, we'll give you our first round pick, but we're not going to sign him to a new contract. So if you can sign him, we'll trade you. And that's how they was able to get Sadiq Bey. And he coming out, he's shooting the ball with confidence. He's playing good. He actually has good defense too. So I'm not worried about the team. They need to go and enjoy this day off tomorrow. If I was Dwayne Casey, it would not be no practice tomorrow. It'll be a rest day, a recuperation day, whatever you want to call it. And see y'all on Wednesday, because that's what it is. But I'm about to end this. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna hit y'all up with a video on Wednesday.